All right, what's up, guys? Another weekly review here. Was supposed to do this last night, which was Saturday night, but I only just took one trade on Monday, and it was a terrible trade. Basically, what we'll just do is copy this, bring it over here, all right, and mention it. Took one trade across 4 accounts, which was, you guys will see, it was pretty stupid. Really bad trade. So it was my 134th trade trading futures. Basically, the week before this past week, there was a trade that took place between the 8 a.m. and 9 a.m., hour, where I usually only trade from 9 to 12, but the setup that quote unquote followed my plan, that I, thought followed my plan, happened at 8 a.m. where the entry happened. And I ended up missing the move. Like the trade ended up playing out from being initiated at 8 a.m., but I just didn't get in on it. So I didn't take the trade. I looked at that as, oh, I need to widen my time horizon. I need to widen my spread on like my window of opportunity in the market, or widen my personal trading session. And that was a mistake. First of all, if I'm going to be thinking like that, I need to be willing to test it for some time and not just go in and just start doing it, especially across 4 accounts: one funded, two evaluation, and one personal account, which is what I did. I can only really attribute that to me chasing money. I'm looking to go short here, which was pretty stupid, as you can see. Like, so I'm looking to go short. Price closes the gap, right? And then I'm looking to go short at the end of the 8 a.m. hour, or during the 8 a.m. hour, the 9 o'clock candle on the hourly time frame. Then a trade that I'm looking actually to take that would follow my system takes place here. And I don't really know what to think about that, besides me trying to chase money, me trying to feel like I'm doing something that's productive when I'm actually hurting myself. And this trade did not follow my system. I totally broke my plan and my actual documented system to take this trade. It was a really bad decision. It's one thing to show up to the market, but then showing up to the market and following your plan is what you need to be worried about. Just showing up and then kind of messing yourself up, or acting against your own best interest, is not the goal here. So I was very disappointed this day. I had to then go clock in and get ready for work, and it was just a reminder to me that I wasn't ready for what I thought I was ready for, or what I want to be ready for. And me breaking my plan like this was just a confirmation of that. It was the only trade I took the whole week. Not missed a few trades, but I've been testing out a different entry. Um, the rest of the week, because no other entry that followed my system took place, so therefore there was nothing for me to take. So I'm not mad at it. The only thing I'm mad at is really just this day here. It really should have just been, a positive day here, anywhere between a $1,500 to $2,000 day, and then the rest of the week nothing, like I did here. So I followed my plan the rest of the week, just broke it on Monday. Um and it was a terrible trade. So I'll just put here, like, the goal for this upcoming week is for me to show up and follow my plan on a daily basis, Monday through Friday. No matter what's happening, no matter if I win 2 days in a row, let's say I win tomorrow and Tuesday, I'm gonna still show up and follow my plan on Wednesday and go about it that way. Now, the main thing is to monitor like my sleep schedule, especially with work. So, kind of something that I'm focused on uh this week as well. But yeah, this was like the last week of June, and it was a flop for me. It's been a year of me trading futures, and I end that 12th month, that final month, like kind of bombing it, or barely being break even, being a little bit under break even. So I'm a bit mad at it, mainly because I expected myself to be in a better position at this point, but it is what it is. Going into next week, really what I am looking to kind of see happen. Let me clear this. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I do like trading US 30 more than trading NQ now. To me, it kind of pays out more for the amount of effort that you are putting into it. We've broken up, above this gap here. We're now operating within this gap. So We may see a pullback in the following week or this upcoming week, but I'm not counting on it too much. You can see we're operating in it right now. Or really we closed above it, but let's see. We do have some yeah, I mean we closed above, we closed outside of it. Uh let me let me erase that then. We do have this high that was taken on the weekly. We have this high, and then a low would be here, but I'm not really worried about these lows here. This to me, that's pointless. Lows are probably somewhere within here. Let's go to the daily. Or let me go back to the weekly. Is there anything else that I'm missing? We have like overall highs here, all time highs here, uh, with US 30. I would say I'm not really too worried about them right now because we have to push past this high here, this weak high, in order for us to continue, like to really think that we're gonna start making new all-time highs throughout the rest of the year. We may have taken this high to just go back short. We have a whole bunch of gaps in here along with some like previous support, which is now resistance. And I don't want to get too excited thinking that I'm like, oh, like we're on our ways to all-time highs. Going down to the daily here, we have a lot of displacement to the upside, so I'm not too keen on like trying to find more long opportunities. I want to be able to like recognize that we are overdue, quite overdue for a pullback. We have these highs here. Let's say these here that we need to pay attention to. It would be nice to see price pull back into here. On the daily, it's about time for us to draw a fib. I'll be doing myself a disservice if I wasn't looking to see us pull back at some point within this week. I'm gonna trade what I see, but looking at this whole area after seeing all this consolidation, like we're pretty we're due for a pullback into this area, into this price level, closer to the 43,000 level. So probably gonna see us pull back in the next week or two, or sometime this week. Let me. Anything else on the daily? I mean, we have that weekly high. We have lows here, some support and resistance here. Yeah, I'm really looking to see us sell back off into this area here. And gaps, daily gaps. I mean, we have a gap here, but I mean, we'll be able to see that tomorrow if price wants to pull back into it. I'm not sure why my chart does this. If anybody else's chart does this, let me know where it like has those like blue lines. This is a bit more clear. We don't have really too many gaps on the 4 hour time frame, so really all I'm looking to see is price maybe pull back into here. Overall, we could just keep pushing to the upside, so I'm not attached to the idea of a pullback, but a pullback is something that I would be looking forward to see happen just so that we could create some actual structure. I don't like taking trades in this type of environment just because to me it's like you're buying at highs and selling at lows. It's kind of like that. It gives me that feeling like I'm buying at highs. When anything, I should be buying at lows. I should be buying when there's less downside or overall like better risk positioning on the chart. When it comes to like the data being shown on the chart, to me, it's like we're too high for me to be looking for more, but like buy positions. I think really what I got to do is kind of let it play out throughout the night, kind of let it cook and let it just like create some structure. Whether it wants to keep going higher and then come back down, like let me just see some more structure before I do anything. Because I don't want to prematurely try to predict what's going to happen when I mean, it's only 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, and I don't want to get too excited or too attached to any certain trade idea. But yeah, that's really it for US 30. Probably gonna let it, just do what it's doing. I mean, on the 1 hour, it would be good to note this here. We are trading in premium, so I'll be looking to sell into equilibrium. Let me see where EQ is though. Put one there. All right, day, daily time frame. We had an expansion here. Yeah, I mean, it's at 50%. So I'll be looking to see us operate within here, sell into this 50%, and then just probably take profit throughout, after that takes place. So we'll see what happens. Let's just let it play out for the rest of today and throughout tonight. As far as NQ, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have not traded NQ in a little while. It feels like, at least. US 30's definitely been providing me like more moves that have been higher in profitability as of recent. Even though this past week and the week before last week was or like the week before last was cool. Wasn't anything crazy, but then like this week was just a terrible start to the week. Where I didn't follow my plan. But going to the weekly time frame, we're now making all-time highs, like full-on all-time highs with NQ. So I'm really not looking to buy per se. I'm really looking to see us like taper and sell off, have a pullback, some type of pullback, because I don't like buying at all-time highs. Daily, they were all-time highs, and there's really nothing for me to really pay too much attention to. Really just looking to see us pull back, possibly fill this with the next week gap. So fill this gap with the next week's candle, I mean. So possibly sell off some and then continue the week or finish out the week bullish. On the daily time frame, we do have a gap here, even a gap here, but it's a bit too early to try to note that as something I need to be worried about or planning to to trade off of. For me, what also helps is like looking at the London session. So looking at the night before, seeing how price moves gives me an opportunity to try to find any clues as to how price might continue throughout the day or if it might just consolidate. But on the daily time frame, we pretty similar expansion to US 30, where we have equilibrium down here. Now if price decides to go bearish, we'd be looking to see it pull into here where we have previous resistance, and now use it as support, which would be nice. But let me draw this here. Yeah, so 50%. I'm trying to just make sure that I'm getting everything. I mean, it seems really straightforward to me. We're making all-time highs, and I'm not trying to trade off of all-time highs and just go trade into new highs. Well, this price gives me a really strong reason to take a trade. On the 4-hour, we have this gap here that price is already, rebalanced. Price is already rebalanced there. We may be looking to see price move to the downside. Previous sessions, Thursday, 6 a.m., Friday, 2 a.m. So we've already broken, some like previous session lows and highs and stuff like that. To me, NQ is pretty straightforward also. And I'm just going to wait for the opportunity to come to me. A lot of my struggle comes from thinking that I don't know enough, so then I'm searching for a lot, and I'm searching for more than what I see. And I have to trust that I know I'm going to see a position when a position is presented if I'm following my plan and not forcing the trade. I have to trust my discernment, my vision on the charts to be able to see something that follows that system that I use. So yeah, that to me, that's part of my struggle in trying to find something that would be high probability to take. Now, if this looks nice, we could continue to the downside. That would be even better. But either way, we're going to follow the plan. We're going to follow the system. We're going to do what makes sense that operates within our system. So there can be things that pop up that don't make any sense at all, but then we try to take it because we feel like we need to be in a trade, and that's an issue I have. But we're squashing that this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Pretty quick, pretty simple video. Nothing too crazy. We're gonna improve from last week's mistakes and go into this week a lot more disciplined and a lot more aligned with what has actually worked for us, being proven through the data, not just based off of feelings or one mistrade. See you guys later. Peace.